Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back. So, there are going to apparently be changes when it comes to leveling in World of Warcraft. In patch, it says 10.1.5. Now, since, of course, I've been getting into WoW, since I've been, kind of learning a few classes, I've been seeing a lot more of, WoW videos being recommended to me in the YouTube algorithm, just how it works. So I came across this video, MrGM. I saw this and I was like, okay, cool. There's going to be some actual leveling changes. I want to check this out and see what exactly is coming in the next patch. Also, when does 10.1.5 come out? Like, when do you guys normally get your patches? Because I'm pretty sure it's very different in WoW than what it is, in Final Fantasy. But because it seems like World of Warcraft, that I've noticed since being a new player, that you guys get more like I guess maintenance work like every Tuesday, which is crazy. When I came into the game, I was like, wait, why can't I play like every Tuesday? Then some people in my group that I'm in, my World of Warcraft group, they said, it's like maintenance mode like every Tuesday. I'm like, oh shit, man. I understand, it's a big game, so I get it. But when do you guys normally get your patches? Let me know down in the comments below. So let's check out this update for leveling that's coming in the next patch from MrGM. I've been getting like a good bit of his stuff. Like, I've been noticing like his thumbnails coming up a lot more. So maybe it's a good channel to actually follow. Let me know what you guys think about MrGM. He seems to be a credible guy in the community, being that he has this much subscribers. So let me know. But let's check this out and see what is coming in 10.1.5. Okay, we're good. All right.
Hello there and welcome back
Hello.
to another video. Today we're going to talk about leveling, and more specifically we're going to talk about the leveling changes coming to the game in patch 10.1.5, Fractures in Time. There's some pretty major changes coming in 10.1.5, including changes to Riding, Exile's Reach, Battle for Azeroth content, Chromie Time, Allied Races, and a few little other bits as well.
Ooh, updates to Chromie. Okay.
I just want to shout out my Twitch,
Okay.
twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR, and more, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so
Nice.
yes, just like any other mini patch in World of Warcraft, we have some evergreen changes to the game, and this time we have quite a lot of sweeping changes to leveling, including changes to help kind of returning players and players just kind of getting into the game for the first time. So a lot of these changes are kind of minor, but there are some pretty major changes, including some changes to Riding, which is the first thing we're going to talk about. So from the launch of patch 10.1.5, you will no longer need to buy Riding training. Riding training,
Wow.
Riding training will be taught automatically
Okay.
as you level. So
Yeah, I was wondering, like, why did you guys have to actually buy Riding? The fuck, man? Like, that was so stupid, because that was such, it wasn't such a hassle for me, being that, I was just still getting accustomed to, how everything is leveling wise. But now that I look back, yeah, it's all that, you be doing stuff out in the world, and when you unlock Riding, like, you have to go back to your actual town to actually purchase Riding to be able to ride mounts. It's like, that's why.
Level 10 will be Apprentice Riding, level 20 will be Journeyman Riding, level 30 will be Expert Riding, and
Okay.
obviously Flying, and then at level 40 you'll be automatically taught Master Riding. So this is a massive change. Unfortunately, they're not going to hand out refunds for older characters that bought it, but for new...
Are you serious? So I'm not going to be able to get that gold back? Well, it wasn't a lot. I believe it was like, what, 10 gold? So,
new characters that are leveling in World of Warcraft, you will no longer need to go to the Riding Trainer at any point during your leveling experience, which I genuinely think is quite handy for the flow of leveling. I feel like when you level a character and then you have to go back and get the Riding Training or whatever, it kind of like, cuts out the flow a little bit.
Right,
So this is
right.
kind of a nice change. Obviously,
That is nice. That's very nice.
Well, also at level 30, you will receive a brand new quest called Time to Fly. This quest is to go to Borealis or Zandalar and will actually give you a free flying mount.
Ooh.
For the Alliance players and the
Nice. Okay. Oh. Ooh. So that's what you get for it.
Scarlet Pterodax for Horde.
Okay, yeah, that's what you get for Horde. Nice, man. Nice, because I'm almost at level 30. So, I'm regardless, I'm gonna be able to get the Griffin. So, that's, I guess it's gonna be like cool for when I eventually decide to create more tunes and whatnot. This is gonna be awesome.
players and the Scarlet Pterodax for Horde. Now, if you're
Okay.
a current character in 10.1.5, you can just get this mount for free just simply by going to Borealis or Zandalar, and that will give you the quest and you'll be able to get the mount for free without having to get a character like to level 30 randomly. So some pretty big changes to riding there for sure. So automatic riding and a free mount at level 30. So that's really cool. And yeah, a pretty big change to the game, honestly.
That's
Next up,
awesome.
We're going to talk about some changes to Exile's Reach and kind of the early game of World of Warcraft, especially for newer players. So now Exile's Reach and Battle for Azeroth now have campaigns on the quest log to make it easier to track your progress and pick up where you left off. So when you make a new character now, you'll see Exile's Reach and you'll have chapters in Exile.
Thank you. Thank you. I just said in one of my other videos that I was kind of lost when it came to what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, how am I supposed to follow along with the Battle of Azeroth stuff? Wow. Wow, that seemed like a quick change. I mean, honestly, this should have kind of been in there. This should have kind of been in the game at the start because, look, I'm going to be honest, man. Comparing WoW leveling to Final Fantasy leveling, WoW leveling, when it comes to exactly following, being on like a linear path for a new player, especially for a new player, going on a linear path of being, okay, I have to do this, then this, then this, then this. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dog shit. It's pretty dog shit. Like, there's not really a, I mean, which is cool in its own way because it gives you an option to explore other, you know, missions and side quests. And that's what I am really enjoying about the WoW leveling, is that kind of more freedom other than being, you know, stuck in a linear kind of path. But as a new player, I would have liked to have that linear path just, you know, for the beginning, just so I can kind of follow along with exactly what is going on. This is awesome. This is great. I'm glad this is coming.
Reach, which is really handy. That wasn't there before, so that's really nice to see. Kind of, I don't know, I really like the chapter system. I don't know why, but it's just something about it I just really like. And when you complete Exile's Reach, you'll now have Battle for Azeroth with 3 chapters for the 3 zones of Battle for Azeroth.
Okay.
So that's a really nice change, really nice quality of life change for returning players and people that just want to kind of keep up with what they're doing while leveling, if you're going to level through Battle for Azeroth content, obviously. Also, with the changes to riding, have it automatically learn from level 10 while you're leveling in Exile's Reach. If you hit level 10 or leveling through any other starting zone, really, apart from the Panda Zone. The Panda Zone didn't work. I don't know why.
You can mount up.
Any other starting zone, once you reach level 10, you can now mount automatically, which is really cool. So if you're in Exile's Reach, you can now transmog if you really want to, or use your vendor mount, or do anything.
Oh, also, how do I get that this vendor mount? Because I've seen a lot of people like have this out in the world. I mean, like usually in Stormwind and whatnot. How do I get this mount? I'll probably just look it up on Wowhead, honestly. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool that you can actually have a mount, kind of. Well, I mean, yeah, I think because in Final Fantasy you can like just transmog pretty much in right now with the update that they just did. Well, not the most recent update, but I think it came in. I want to say 6.2, where you're able to like actually transmog in like all of the major cities instead of just, you know, at your starting city, main city. So that's awesome. But being able to like actually transmog anywhere, wherever you are in the world, that's super cool because like you can bring pretty much everything with you. I really like that. I really need this fucking mount, man.
Which is really handy. Obviously, you reach level 10 pretty much at the end of the experience anyway, but it is really nice to have that option come up once you reach level 10 in Exile's Reach. There's also some changes to the tutorial, the Exile's Reach experience. At the end of the experience, when you go to your capital city, this will now change a little bit from where it was, and it's definitely had a big improvement here. So now what will happen is once you get to the city, you'll talk to a guard on how to get to the stables, and instead of having to run after the gnome or whatever, you can now just jump in a motorbike with him, and he'll take you to the stables. Pretty nice, while giving you a little bit of information about the city as well.
Okay.
So that's really, really good.
That's
big
cool.
Fan of that.
Yeah.
After the gnome.
Yeah, fuck that gnome, man.
So annoying.
And I like
Really
gnomes,
nice
but
to
fuck
see
that gnome.
change. Coming to the Alliance and Horde experiences. So once you complete all that, as mentioned, you will now get chapters for the Battle for Azeroth stuff, but they're also adding the starter zone quest lines to Battle for Azeroth and the side quests on the zone map. So if you're struggling to find quests in Battle for Azeroth content while leveling, those will now be displayed on the zone map, which is really nice. Also as well now, the Dragon Isles Awaits quest, the kind of intro quest to the Dragon Isles that you get at level 60, now provides you a teleport to your capital city. So if you're out and about and you're leveling and you're out in some random zone, you can now just teleport instantly back to your capital city and then start your journey to the Dragon Isles, which I think is a great change. Something that probably should have been in from the start, but it is really nice to see it coming in 10.15. Speaking of Dragonflight, Shadowlands, and Battle for Azeroth dungeon quests are now available inside the dungeons. So previously, those expansions had a lot of quests that were outside of the dungeons for the dungeon quests. But now in 10.15, if you go into a Battle for Azeroth dungeon, you'll see some quest givers there to give you quests for that specific dungeon, which is a change they did to a lot of older dungeons, and it is really nice to see it now coming
that's
for
pretty cool.
Dragonflight, Shadowlands, and Battle for Azeroth.
I mean, I haven't gotten to Dragonflight or Shadowlands yet, but...
So now getting into some changes to Chromie time.
The Chromie the homie. Let's see what's going to actually happen with Chromie.
Interesting. They've actually got a new kind of dialogue for Chromie to tell you a little bit about Chromie time, suggest some timelines, and show you the opening cinematics of those timelines, which I think is a really nice change for players if they want to just kind of look at the opening cinematics in game, or
cool.
A little bit more about Chromie time if they're not really well versed. They're also changing the maximum level of Chromie time to level 61, where it was 60 before. Not really sure why that happens, but yeah, now you get to level 60, and then as soon as you hit 61, Chromie time will end, and you will have to begin your Dragon Isles experience. There's also something in the patch notes which says Chromie time expansion restrictions have been removed.
Wait, they removed the restriction? Hold on. Let me let them cook.
Really know what this is. The only thing I could notice, which might be a bug, is that you can actually start Chromie time at level 1 from a fresh character, but I don't know if that's intended. It's a little bit weird, but perhaps that's what it means. But yeah, there's a change that's coming in 10.15. If it's more than that, like something like new accounts can use Chromie time or something like that, then that could be it. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on that, guys, let me know down below, because it's a little bit confusing.
Dude, that's gonna completely ruin my Road to Chromie series that I am trying to do. Oh, that's so cool that if this is true, if level 1 players can start with Chromie and go through the older stuff, that's awesome. So I'm probably gonna hold out in. I mean, cause see that this changes things. This changes things because. I mean, I'm still, of course, I'm going to level up and learn how to play these classes. But I don't have, if this is true, I won't have the actual need to, like, play up to level 60 to unlock Chromie. So, I mean, I can just keep leveling and just reach max level and, you know, do other things. Maybe do PvP and everything else that the game has to offer. Wow. That completely ruined my series. But I mean, I like it because as a new player, Chromie time should have been the first thing. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it took this long. Like, Chromie time, as soon as the game got bigger, as soon as they implemented Chromie time, what they should have done is let new players go through this, go through the older stuff. For the life of me, I don't know why they decided to toss new players in the Battle of Azeroth, man. That was just as fucking confusing as when I played Destiny 2. And when the first time I picked up Destiny 2, everything was, you know, going on with the Red War and whatnot. And I took a break from the game and I came back and the Red War was gone and all that stuff was gone. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I remember being on a farm, you know, with some refugees. Well, not really refugees, but like people that escaped the war. And like all this stuff is gone. I can't finish. What the fuck? And like now so much time has passed and like there's been new shit that's went down in the story, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So like I didn't give a fuck. I honestly didn't give a fuck. But this is what they should have done. It was just like Destiny 2, just being plopped in the middle of things that are happening and they expect you to care. That's not how you do it. Imagine if you took a friend, bro. Like, see, now I'm getting heated. Imagine if you took a friend to see let's say Captain America Civil War. Imagine if you took a friend who's never seen the previous Marvel movies. They get in there and you're like, okay, who's this? Why are they fighting? Why are they fighting each other? Why are they having so much conflict? They're lost. They're fucking lost. And you who watched all the Marvel movies, you walk out the movie theater being like, oh man, that was incredible, dude. That was awesome. Man, you see how fucking Spider-Man came in and oh man, he took the shield from Captain America, man. And your friend who's never seen the other movies, who doesn't have history with these characters, they're like, I mean, I guess, man, I guess it, shit popped off. Like, what do you want me to say? Like they don't care. It's the same thing. You don't start someone new in the middle of a fucking story. For the life of me, I don't know what Blizzard. Let me calm down. I don't know what Blizzard was thinking, but dog shit, bro. Absolute dog shit decision. I understand. A lot of you guys said a lot of things have changed with Cataclysm and the way they revamped a lot of stuff. I get that, but fuck that. You still at the most start a new player at the earliest point. At the earliest point when all this was going on, when all this was developing, as earliest as you possibly can. Excuse me. Start players that are going to be interacting with characters throughout the entirety of this journey, throughout the entirety of this MMO. Start them as soon as possible, bro. Not just when they're already developed and established. And now it's like, okay, like, why should I give a shit, bro? Like, why? That's how it is for a new character. I mean, a new player coming into this game. That's how it was for me. Fucking lost. Fucking. And of course, man, this is such a rant. And of course, yeah, like, man, you can look up guides and read a bunch of articles in Wowhead. I get that. That's great, but you shouldn't have to fucking do that. That's why I loved more so the leveling in Final Fantasy, because they start you at the beginning. They showed you, okay, the opening cinematic, what's going on in the world. They showed you how Bahamut wrecked the world, and they showed you everything, past that, and how you're a new character, and how you met the Scions of the Seventh Dawn going on these adventures, and you build up with these characters that you're going along with in the story. Like, you grow with these characters as you're leveling, and it's a beautiful thing, because you start from level 1 with these characters, with these new NPCs that you're going to be interacting with. That's how you do it, bro. I've been on this long enough.
To Allied Race, and changes come to Allied Race as well, which is freaking huge and awesome. So it now says that all restrictions to unlocking allied races have been removed, with the exception of the level requirement. And that level requirement has now been changed to level 40, where it was level 50. So if you have a level 40 character on your account, you now have the ability to unlock all of the allied races without, it seems like, the previous requirements, like the achievements or the quests or anything like that, or the reputation. All of that stuff is now gone. It looks like you literally just need to be a level 40 character. You can unlock the allied races that you might not have already got, or if you don't have any at all, you can now unlock them all in 10.1.5, which sounds really cool. It also says in the patch notes that newly created allied race characters will now be directed to Chromie, not the warboard. This happens already, it seems, in retail, unless it's been hotfixed in. Yeah, that seems to happen.
Dude, what the
anyway,
fuck?
So yeah, I don't know if that's a 10.1.5 change or what they're talking about there, but that seems to be something that is
what's going on?
Already happening. And finally, some kind of random little changes that they've added in 10.1.5. So the
my fucking internet, bro.
quest line for Mechagon now starts at level 30, which was level 50. So maybe you can use Mechagon as a leveling tool if you like, which sounds really cool.
I may have to downgrade the quality. No, bro. Trash ass internet, bro. God, I hate my trash ass internet.
And Alliance players can now enter Nazjatar after completing a Nation Divided, which was unlocking the world. So some changes to Nazjatar for the Alliance, and the Mechagon start quest has now changed to level 30. That was level 50. So yeah, it definitely seems like Mechagon might be something you can do at an earlier stage, maybe to get some XP, which sounds quite cool. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is all of the leveling changes coming in 10.1.5.
Okay.
Obviously, the PTR is in current development.
A pretty good amount.
Changes coming after this, but these seem to be some pretty major changes.
Yeah,
which
pretty
are
good.
coming along in 10.1.5. Pretty excited for the writing changes.
Dude,
I think
fuck
that's
those
a
spiders,
massive
man.
change, and just the minor changes of like having the dungeon quests in the dungeons, and having the chapters for Exiles Reach and Battle for Azeroth. I think those kind of minor.
Why is it when I wanted to make this video that my internet wants to to act slow.
Changes are really nice.
I don't get it.
You know, just kind of improve the game in an evergreen fashion.
Okay. You know what? Fuck this. I mean, that's pretty much. I believe that's everything that's coming. Everything else looks like it's just a recap. Okay. Sorry about that, guys, but living in the boonies, man, it's Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there you go, guys.
Okay. A lot of stuff coming in 10.1.5. I like it with the restrictions being removed from Chromie. That's awesome. That's really exciting. I'm probably, I mean, of course, like I said before, I'm still gonna level up because I don't know when this patch is gonna come out. I don't know when you guys get your patches. It might be months from now, so by the time this comes out, I'm probably gonna hit 60 already on my other character, on my main, on my paladin. So I mean, it's still cool that, you know, when I create alts, and if I want to still go back and, well, I believe because with Chromie, once you have a max level character, you can still access her even if you have a level 1 character. Like, even though you create a new toon, you still have that access. So regardless, I mean, if I hit level 60 before this patch comes out, then hey, I mean, obviously it won't affect me, but for new players that are like coming into the game, I'm happy for them because they're gonna have an opportunity that I didn't. So guys, sorry about my shitty internet, man, but that's everything coming in 10.1.5. Ally races they're gonna be unlocked. That's cool. Quests and dungeons, a little quality of life stuff. Nice, you know, improvements of the game. Awesome. I like it. When do you guys get your patches? Let me know. Let me know when you guys get your patches. And sorry about the rant, but yeah, man. For new players, it should have been a lot better. It really should have been a lot better. But I'm getting out of here, guys. I'm getting out of here. Take care and bye bye.